Don't forget us. Sturgeon issues EU plea in desperate columns sent to European newspapers. Nicola Sturgeon has pledged to rejoin the EU as soon as possible after claiming Scotland had been taken out of the bloc against its will because of Brexit. The First Minister made the plea in a desperate message sent to newspapers across Europe. She said she hoped Scotland could join you again soon as an equal partner as we face the opportunities and challenges of the future together, despite the UK beginning 2021 as an independent nation. Ms Sturgeon also reiterated the SNP's call for an independent Scotland to join the EU. It comes as Scotland's trading and travel relationships with EU countries will now be governed by the trade agreement announced by the UK government on Christmas Eve. In a column sent to various publications including Politico, Ms Sturgeon said, "For too long, successive UK governments have taken Scotland in the wrong direction, culminating in Brexit and the introduction of legislation that had threatened to break international law, and which still undermines the Scottish Parliament. It's no wonder so many people in Scotland have had enough. We are committed to a legal, constitutional route to becoming an independent state." Ms Sturgeon stressed after nearly 50 years of membership, Scotland had benefited enormously from the single market's 4 freedoms, including freedom of movement. A Scottish Government report released last month predicted Scottish GDP would be 6.1% lower by 2030 compared to remaining a member of the EU. Ms Sturgeon said Scotland was unique like all nations, adding, "The same can be said of our constitutional circumstances." She added, "The UK is a voluntary union of countries, in which Scotland has its own distinct legal and education system, and a government and parliament in charge of a range of domestic affairs, such as health and the environment, but not currently as Brexit has so clearly exposed issues such as international and European affairs." Scotland's Constitution Secretary Mike Russell also said the separate Brexit arrangements for Northern Ireland and Gibraltar showed independence was the only alternative. This week a draft agreement had been reached between the UK and Spain to keep the border with the ROC open on January 1 and beyond.